The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast are the content creator's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of Essex County College. The material and information presented here is for entertainment and informative purposes only. It should not be considered as professional advice or substitute for seeking professional guidance.
Hello. Welcome back to the Player versus Podcast.
Beans.
I'm your host, not eating beans, Gerald, joined here by my co-host, Gus, who is eating steamed beans.
Damn right.
He is eating steamed beans.
You know what time it is? I'm your co-host.
I think you know who I am at this point.
That's true.
Josh,
We get our
with
good
the
old-
coming in for the fourth time. It's great. It's been great.
Yep, and we have
got
a newcomer.
We got a newbie here.
I'm just a random guy.
Yep,
Oh, that's
Random
true.
guy.
My bad.
we picked him up from the street. You know, he didn't have
Which
a
is
home.
pretty common in the
That's
streets of
just
Newark,
it.
in my opinion, I think.
Yeah.
I like your sweatshirt, by the way. I
That
didn't
should be
even see
money.
it.
It's for it's Corey Kenshin.
Oh, that's very nice.
Cool.
Very nice. And would you like to say your name, stranger?
Yeah, for real. I don't even know. We literally just picked you up from the street, dog.
Oh,
We don't
yeah.
even know.
Forgot to say I'm Jordan.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
That's a
Yes,
nice
sir.
name.
No, it is. I'd steal it.
Yeah?
Yep.
I mean, Michael
easily.
B. Jordan did that already, bro.
Is that true?
No, I'm
Oh.
kidding. I don't know. I don't know. Don't fact check that, please.
All
I
right.
don't know.
Well,
Oh, man.
I think to start off, let's have a nice, simple discussion. What are some of your childhood favorite video games? They don't have to be good. They just have to be games that you really enjoyed growing up. Anyone want to start?
I do. So I'm a Pokemon guy, as you guys learned from last time. Last podcast. I'm a Pokemon guy. I started my childhood with Pokemon, but that's not my favorite because I still play that technically. My favorite was the Skylanders video games. Have you guys ever played them before?
I
You guys ever heard of them?
100% have. I own I don't remember what that one was, but I own the Skylanders stuff from for PS3. And in my opinion, it was completely bad.
What?
That's so
What?
funny.
Crazy.
As a kid, I never could. My parents could never afford to give me a video game that required additional purchases of separate toys to justify the
To be-
initial purchase.
Yeah, no. I feel like to be fair,
Real.
Skylanders was kind of like peak microtransactions in
Right.
my
It
opinion.
was.
Because that was you get these 3 figures, and then the game and the portal is you can use all these 3, but you can always buy some more if you really want to really expand your collection and get some more chances in playing the game. Because that's basically what it was at that point for me. Because
Yeah.
at some point, you play it, you get 3 Skylanders, right? And then once they're dead, they're dead. You can't use them unless you restart the game.
Yeah.
So once all the 3 are dead, I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do? Restart my game? No, you can go in the store and buy some more.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
to.
Crazy.
That's so crazy, man.
So when first one I started with was the second game was called so every new game had a different gimmick sort of in a sense. You had the first one, which was Spyro's Adventure, which is all the classic.
I
That's the
forgot
one-
Spyro's
that's the one I played.
inducted into Skylanders.
that was basically what was the base Skylanders based off of was Spyro. I never originally played Spyro, but I should. And it's really good.
It's
I know
good.
it's
a good game.
I played a terrible Spyro game, which I actually ended up liking, only because I was a kid. I ended up playing. It was Spyro something on Wii, and it was Spyro and Cinder. They were tied to each other, and it was such a cool gimmick. And I broke the disc, and the game doesn't work.
That's the most
anymore.
unfortunate thing you can do
That
to a
sounds similar
physical
to
game.
some
is break
How
the
did
disc.
you break the disc? Did you munch on
Was
it?
it like a scratch
toddler,
thing,
or
or
No,
was
it
it
was
just
scratching. It was
Oh,
a
okay.
scratch.
No, that makes sense. Never mind. That makes
eating
sense.
the disc.
I always scratched my disc. So it was
Yeah.
unfortunate.
I thought you had cheese dust from
If you ever
your
had a
Cheetos
sibling
on
that
it.
ever scratched your disc and you almost killed them before, let me know. All right, but
I've been that sibling.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
You scratch discs? I should kill you after this.
Accidentally.
All right,
See, now,
but
That's
Here's what
crazy.
happened, right?
Let me hear it.
I don't even know how it happened. And that's a really bad.
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I like to
So
say.
DK,
Yeah,
right?
That's what I like to hear.
You know
Right.
DK Country on the Wii.
Yep.
Oh,
Right? I
okay.
put it one day. It didn't work. That was one of my most favorite games. I almost broke down into tears. One day it just didn't work. My brother was like, "Oh man, I guess it doesn't work anymore." I don't know what happened to it. I might have scratched it somehow, but it had dust in it. I did everything I could to try and restore it. I used the toothpaste method.
Yep, good.
It
Good.
didn't work.
That's what I like to hear. There's a toothpaste method, and there's like this thing they sell at GameStop once, where it's like some cream you could add on. Yes, you could add on to your discs.
Ointment?
Yes, exactly. And apparently, it's supposed to restore the data.
Yo, have you ever tried thinking about it now? Have you ever tried putting toothpaste on a disc trying to fix it, bro? It's like,
No,
Yeah,
that
I
sounds
have.
so dumb.
It
What?
does sound. It is dumb because it is.
Here's the thing, right? I was just so desperate. I was like,
Exactly.
you know what? If this works, it works.
I did it for the. Okay, so one time I had a Bakugan game that I loved so much. It was
Right.
on PS3. It was scratched up and I couldn't play it. So I tried looking up every YouTube video I can to fix this disc. I tried toothpaste. I tried bananas. I tried
Bananas?
Bro.
I tried window.
Who
I
told
tried
you
Windex.
bananas?
I saw a YouTube video
Like,
once. It was like
I would start and end
it the
at
I was a young
Windex.
kid, okay? You don't
Like,
understand
if
the struggle
Windex
with that
didn't
time.
work, that's it. It's donezo. I'm not smothering bananas on
I didn't feel like telling my parents that it was broken.
You
He's
think
like,
it was
oh,
hungry?
there you go. That's what you get for
Exactly,
doing that,
yeah.
bro. I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Did you think your disc
understand.
was hungry?
No. No,
Oh
I was trying to
my
fix it, bro. I was
God.
trying to revive it. I don't know what was in my head trying to fix that.
Revive
but,
with
like,
bananas.
I've done a lot of stupid stuff in my childhood just trying to fix things.
Yeah, I mean that reminds me.
I've
of,
ruined at least
Yeah.
two or three DSs trying to fix them because sometimes the game card just didn't read.
Yeah.
That was only
Mhm.
because I didn't know the fact that you had to actually put in the game first and then turn it on. Instead, I thought you could just put it in the game whenever you wanted to. But apparently that's what happened. But back we kind of sidetracked there a little bit, but.
That's fine.
Back on Skylanders. So the second game was called Giants, right? And it was
Yeah.
like, you got these small Skylanders. You got these gigantos Skylanders that are like 8
I
inches
remember
tall,
them.
and it was
Yeah.
crazy. It was so
Yeah.
cool
It's
to have.
It was that actually a big figure, right?
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
it's like this tall.
Okay,
I think
okay.
they're one of the taller Skylanders you can have.
Mm.
And then the next one was Swap Force, which is probably actually my favorite of all time. Actually, Swap Force, where they had now you get these. The regular tiny ones, then you get the big ones, and you get these medium-sized ones
Oh,
that like
yes.
can swap tops and bottoms, which I thought that was the coolest thing because they were magnetic, and like the fact that you can just take one figure and switch it with another and they'll be playable.
Yeah.
That was so cool. That was very cool.
And then they did that in Pokemon.
Yeah,
that
it's-
one
yeah,
guy.
Yes, they did
really
Rumble Blast. I think
interesting.
it was.
that Toys to Life as like a game genre peaked and died with Skylander because they just oversaturated the market between them, Disney trying to do it
Yeah.
with the imagination stuff.
It was,
That's true.
Disney
Uh,
Infinity was so cool. I never
Disney
got to play it,
Infinity,
but-
yeah. I think there was another series that also did Toys to Life, and between the three
Nintendo
of
with
them,
Amiibo, maybe.
nah, Amiibos didn't count. They were more like a collectible.
No, but you can still
Little
you can tap on the Wii,
Yeah,
or like
but,
3DS and like you can play on the
I-
Smash Bros. And
I
stuff
wouldn't
like that.
say that's like Toys
really
to
a-
Life.
Not in the sense of
like-
what the other games were like. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
I would still count it as
I
a
think
Toys to
with
Life. Though.
Smash Bros. And specifically just Amiibos in general, it was more like a general purpose thing. Whereas
Yeah,
with Skylanders, you're buying it for that game.
It was a-
specific game.
Whereas with Amiibo, you're mainly buying it for the figure. And if it works for some games that I have, I'll take it.
Right.
yeah.
That's what it is. You don't get anything crazy for.
And then like
Amiibos.
Skylanders, Disney Infinity, Amiibo's still selling.
Yeah,
like they're
exactly.
still like I recently just bought the last from the store. It was like it was amazing. I love that thing.
You guys got amiibos?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, of course. I think no. I think Gus just said earlier in Discord that he got the Sephiroth amiibo. I just said I got
Oh.
Sora.
Ah.
earlier.
I got a Toon
I
Link
didn't.
one.
I
You
didn't get no. I
Yes.
would love to get the Sephiroth, but I don't have it now.
Really?
Yeah. Let's see. I have a.
I'll
like-
sell it to you for $40.
Yeah,
it's open though.
secondary market.
It's open though. For real? No, I'm kidding.
I have like an entire collection, like on a wooden castle back on my house, and essentially, let's see the list. I have a bunch. I have 2 Kirby amiibos.
Of course you do.
I have
Really?
every
Wow.
single amiibo that released for Planet Robobot when that
Of
was
course
a
you
thing.
did.
Really?
And I have the Metroid Dread amiibo. I don't have no. I do have the Emmy. So I have both of them. I have most of the Smash Bros amiibo, specifically the ones from Smash 4, not the ones from Ultimate. Ultimate is where I like stopped getting amiibo, ironically. And I also
That's
have
fair, I think.
what is that called? Yoshi's Woolly World.
Those amiibos were cool. I
Yeah.
like the look of
I
them.
liked the Woolly ones.
Were they
Oh,
actually woolly, or
Sean.
were they actually like plastic? Like
They were wool.
Really?
They were
Oh,
wool.
that's
It
really
was
sick.
really
Pretty
good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
That's smart.
I never got
didn't
into
did
amiibo
Amiibo get like a
collecting.
price hike at some point? Because like, I don't remember them being $16, or they were
did
or
they
they were always $16.
Amiibo?
Yeah, I felt they were like $13 at some point, but 16 now?
13? I remember.
I don't remember.
I remember it being like 23. Am I going insane?
Hold on.
I
wanna
thought
look-
it
I
was
wanna-
like around the
I wanna
look up-
20s.
hold on.
Yeah.
I
They
wanna
like
look that
vary
up.
in price, honestly.
Yeah,
No,
I think it's.
well, yeah, they
just
do.
like
No,
the
they
place
do
you
vary,
go.
but I just want to see what the original price was.
One that was like $40.
Yeah.
That's
I
really
do wanna-
absurd.
no, I
I'm
wanna
like,
see.
you know what? Maybe I shouldn't buy that.
You know, I feel like it's interesting that you stopped collecting amiibos during Ultimate because
They were okay. They
I feel
were.
like it was the most
I'm sorry,
popular.
They were $12.99 at one
They
point.
were
They were
Yeah.
originally $12.99. So they did. They got a price like of $3 over the time, which is crazy for like regular figures, which is crazy to me.
Okay.
Like
okay.
Smash Ultimate had so many third-party amiibos for the
Yeah,
DLC. Like
I know.
you don't want your Terry McGinnis. No,
Right.
not Terry McGinnis. That's
Terry
the wrong.
McGinnis?
That's the wrong Terry.
It's Bo guy.
Fatal
That's
Fury
funny.
Terry.
That's
Uh,
funny.
Bo
I-
guy.
That's
I
funny.
swear,
You know,
I did it.
Wow.
I said it in my mind too. I'm like,
you know.
is it
Oh,
Terry
that's
McGinnis?
so
Yeah,
good.
it's Terry
So good.
McGinnis.
So good.
And I just thought of blonde guy with the red cap. Like,
But-
no, that's not him. That's not
To
him.
answer the question, it's just that I guess the amiibo just took so long to get out, especially for like when with Smash 4 and Smash Ultimate. The amiibo from those two times just took so long to get out that I just lost interest.
That's fair.
Yeah.
The only one that I have that's like of a DLC character, if you want to even call it that, is Smash 4 Mewtwo. That's the only DLC
I count
amiibo that
it.
I have.
Yeah, I count it.
But
Yeah, no.
after
I
that,
feel like
that's it.
yeah, no. As soon as I saw like which ones were, I think the most valuable ones in my opinion are like the ones that are like one deal they're DLC and two they're not exclusive to Nintendo.
Yeah,
Like Joker, like Cloud or Sephiroth,
that's
Sora,
true.
all of that
Yeah,
stuff.
I think those are probably the coolest too.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I do hope that it start releasing more forms of these different amiibo. Like Sora, I hope I don't know if they are. But they probably won't because they probably ended it earlier. I did wish they did release a player 2 for Sora.
Yeah.
Like, so Kingdom Hearts 2
so
Sora.
real.
That would
That
have been
one's
cool. That
much
would have been a
better.
cool. That's my favorite suit for Sora.
That
It's
one has
so
Drake.
good.
yeah.
But yeah, we sidetracked again.
Yeah,
for
we did.
Skylanders,
It's
But
a-
I'm
I
gonna
mean-
end it for Skylanders. But like it was such a good game in my opinion. I loved it. I played it for years. I stopped around the fourth one, which was the trap one, which I didn't want to get into that, but it was pretty good in my opinion. But that after Trap Team, I grew up. And I was
That's
like, I
so
should start getting
real.
big boy games. You know what I mean?
Did
It's
you
like,
have to pay for Skylanders?
what do you mean?
What do you
Like,
mean?
as
The
in-
actual game.
Yeah, the actual
Yes.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it was
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was one of
It
the
came
few
with
games
the
you had to
thing.
pay. It was originally they were like they went for $75, which you get the
Yeah.
game. No, wait, listen to me. You get the game, the portal, and
Yeah.
either three Skylanders, or at some points it was like two of them with like the gimmick that it had. Each game had.
Okay, sweet. Because I just remembered back then when I was a little kid, I just made my own Skylander. I'm pretty sure I made.
Oh
my own
yeah,
Skylander.
there was
Yeah, that was a free app.
There's a free app.
There was
right.
an app.
Yeah,
Yeah, they had a
I
bunch of
could
different
make my
Dude, it
own-
was
That's
really
crazy.
They had a
popular.
bunch of different apps.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
tried
Okay.
making my own Skylander. I was like, okay, I can play Skylander for free. I can't.
No.
Oh,
No,
really
you can't.
Shell out that $75.
Yeah.
They did start branching out to mobile devices, which I thought was cool, and they had their own
75.
portal for mobile devices.
Did not save them.
Yeah,
Did not save them.
I still have like a basket at home of like these Skylanders that are sitting there collecting dust, and it's like, I took out some of the ones I had that are like, that I liked, and some that are actually rare. Like I
Yeah.
have this rare one that has like that came originally with if you bought it with a Wii U, and it's like this gold like little one it was from Swap Force. It was one of the
Yeah.
main guys. I forgot his name, but like yeah, I have one of those. It's pretty cool. I don't know how much it goes for, but I would suppose it's rare. Well, okay, enough of my
Yeah.
childhood games.
Childhood
yeah,
game.
Yeah,
We're gonna go
what is yours,
to-
Jordan.
Jordan.
You have one.
Yay, man!
What
I
are your
played
thoughts?
a lot of the Wii.
Okay.
We already know the game I'm about to
Wii
say
Sport-
first.
Wii Sports was
Wii
so good.
Sports.
Wii Sports.
Come on,
Let's
man.
go.
Do we really need to talk about?
Yo,
how
I had
I'm not
Connect.
gonna-
I didn't have.
Yo,
the
I'm not
Wii.
gonna lie though.
That's crazy.
you're kicked out?
Okay, I love Wii Sports. I played the stuffing out of that game.
Mm.
It was super good. It was probably I bought like a bunch of accessories. My parents bought a bunch of accessories for
Yeah.
it. And it was so good.
I can never.
And
beat
then I
that,
started
man.
branching out to actual other games like Mario Party, Smash, all that stuff.
I
But I bought I originally bought Nintendo Switch Sports.
Yeah.
When I pre-ordered that, by the way.
How
Because I got so excited for it because I love Wii Sports, and it's not the same.
It's not the
It's not
yeah.
the
That's
same.
that's what I that's
It's
what I
it's
thought it was
unfortunate.
gonna
It's
be.
good. It's good. That's not bad.
It's
It's,
all right.
but like it's very limited.
Okay.
Jordan, continue talking about.
Yeah, sorry.
your
I'm sorry. I
favorite
interrupted. My
childhood
bad. I'm
game.
sorry.
games.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
What
okay.
is your like connection with that game?
Was
When
Wii
you're-
Sports?
Yeah,
Yeah, Wii
I
Sports.
really just played it a lot with my family.
That's for real.
This family, that family. It was really just a lot of fun.
It was the old person classic.
Which mode specifically? I'm just curious.
Which modes?
Yeah.
Better be tennis. It better be
Tennis.
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 Yeah,
is
a
goated.
lot of tennis.
Yeah.
I played a lot of single tennis. I
Okay.
beat everyone every single time.
Real.
I was just always my only single double person. You know how they have a clone?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it was just so much fun. Baseball, you already know.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Boxing. Boxing was a tough one.
Yeah, I never
Okay,
played
okay.
boxing too much.
I could never get to Matt anyway. It was
Yeah.
always some guy named, I don't know. He started
Matt?
with an R.
Was it Matt? No, it wasn't Matt. I don't know.
No, it
what
wasn't Matt. He was close to him though, but he would always dodge my punches.
That's so good.
Just get better.
Yeah, I kind of
Be
agree.
better.
Me
Skill- that's a
personally,
skill issue in my
I
opinion,
would've
on
loved
your
Right,
those
like-
ones.
You know what? I will. Anyways,
Yeah.
here's
The
another
training
here's,
arc.
here's another Wii game. Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Oh, bro. Okay.
Alright,
I have a few
alright.
select
It's a
things to
childhood
say
classic,
about
but like
Oh,
I
boy.
don't. It's not the best.
It's okay. See, people say it's the worst one in the series. Fine, fair enough.
I don't agree with that. By the way, I think four is the worst. But
Really?
Four.
That's interesting.
Ooh,
Very
okay,
interesting.
okay. That's crazy.
I think
you think-
4 wouldn't be.
Oh no. I'm
contention
sorry.
For the
No.
worst.
Let me rephrase.
Not 4?
I think
Which one?
3D. I think the one for 3DS is the worst.
It's the same as.
It's the same thing, but like it's
I
like
had 3DS.
Yeah, I
No, no, no.
understand. I understand.
like
the
Wii U is better in
differentiation.
my opinion.
No, it's.
I disagree.
It's the same. It's the same.
no, it's
Really is
not.
the same.
It literally. There's
There's, like-
only 2 differences, which is stage creation and Smash Run.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
it doesn't run as nice as it would on the Wii U or
No,
something.
the one on Wii U doesn't run well because they made it.
And neither
run
one of them
well
run well.
on
I'm just
3DS.
saying, I
At
prefer
least
the
you
one
can
on Wii
sell
U.
anyway.
The limitations they
Wait.
placed was so that the 2
Wait.
were.
This is my opinion,
So-
Gerald.
And I'm telling you, facts.
Your opinion is wrong.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's simple.
I don't care.
Your
The
opinion.
3DS
No,
has
but- Is this a hot
Smash
take?
Run, and Smash
this
Run
a
was
hot
the
take?
best
I 100%
mini game
agree.
for Smash, and they should have brought it back
know,
for Ultimate, but
They
they
never
didn't.
I
did.
agree with you.
Yeah.
No,
They didn't.
and it's very funny.
I did notice
because
that.
me and Gerald would literally play on 3DS like a bunch
We
back in
loved
high
it.
school. I just would only like mostly play Smash Run. It was
It was so
it was unironically
good.
so good. I was
It
one of
was
my
better
favorite
than
modes.
story mode in Ultimate.
And I
I'll
love-
say it.
I love,
Really?
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
And
That's
I
a hot
agree.
take.
There's
no
That's a
story.
hot
I
take.
don't
Well,
care.
That's
There's no
Gerald's
cutscenes, so it's
hottest
not fun.
take
No
ever on
cutscenes.
podcast.
There are no cutscenes. It's
Hold on,
not
hold
like
on,
in
hold on.
Brawl.
Hold on, I'm not sure if
There
I
are
want to.
no Captain Falcon saving Alamar scenes.
Okay,
Oh,
There's
okay,
no
that's
like
fair.
Sonic
No,
standing
he's
on
right.
the
That's
hill when
unfair.
everyone
He's right.
else is
I think you might be
dead.
saying something a little bit there.
Everyone else is dead.
He's right, but I'm not sure if I could place it over just
I don't
because
know.
Ultimate hit me so
Listen.
hard with the nostalgia at the end.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Say it.
But-
I don't care.
But I 100% agree with your point. Oh
Man,
my
I wish
God.
I had friends to play Smash Run with.
Yeah, too
I
bad
just
you don't.
played it by myself.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, I'll be here all
Oh,
day.
that's so
Too
good.
bad. Oh, speaking of too bad, have
Oh,
y'all played
mirror.
Super Mario Galaxy?
Super Mario Galaxy? I have
No.
not.
I haven't finished it.
No.
That's
I never
crazy.
I never get to finish it. I never get to
None
finish
of us
it.
have played Galaxy.
We're
and
not-
it's
we're
one
not
of the
like
best,
hardcore
by the
I
way.
gotta buy a
Mario
3D All
guys.
Stars to finish
You know
it.
what's
dude.
funny though?
I'm here.
My parents bought me the second game instead of the first game because apparently, yeah,
yeah.
they're
That's
both
probably
the
fine.
same game, right?
Yeah.
Apparently,
Wait.
number one is better than
Yeah,
number
it is.
two.
Yeah.
We didn't
It is.
know- I didn't know that. I was just stuck with Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Two. Yeah, okay.
Not missing out on the number one properties. And I finally got it from the 3D All Stars video game on Switch. I was like, why didn't I buy this one?
I actually have a very funny story to tell about Super Mario Galaxy
Will it be
2.
funny? Will it?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
But Super Mario Galaxy 2
I don't want to
was
see on
the
camera.
first
So just moving a bit
yeah,
closer.
move a little closer. Yeah.
Come, we're not
There
gonna
you go.
hurt
There
you.
you go.
Yeah,
I
that's
see your
true.
beautiful- I see
Your
a little bit of
opinions will
beautiful
hurt
face.
you, but we won't hurt you.
That's crazy.
I didn't
Well, I
even
never
think
noticed
it.
that.
Oh yeah, they added that.
I never
Don't
noticed.
worry about it.
All right, no, dude.
But Mario Galaxy 2 was the first time I ever used like one of those video game rental services such as GameFly.
Oh.
Yo, I know always
I
wanted to
always
use
wanted to use
GameFly, bro.
that.
I never got to
always
use it.
wanted-
Yep.
to use
It was
that.
the
I always
first
wanted to use
time, and it was my last time.
Oh, that's fair.
How bad was
We the service was fine. It was just the fact that I didn't get to keep the game, and it
Right.
was sad. And me not, me being a kid, I was just like, "Aw, I don't get to keep the game," and so we never used it again. But We actually did beat the game in the actual allotted time, just because Super Mario Galaxy 2, I think, is very short.
Yeah, it's pretty short.
I think most Mario games are fairly
I think
short.
Galaxy was longer though. Don't quote me. I think it just felt shorter.
Oh, I'll quote
Either
you.
that or
Were you
I'll
able
quote
to
you all
buy
I
it?
want.
Were you able
Gus,
to buy the game if you
2024.
liked it on GameFly or no?
yeah, you were.
You were able to buy it.
Yeah.
I think that's a smart thing they did, kind of, because like there's some bad games that I think nowadays it's a smart thing to do.
Yeah, I agree.
Because some games, we're gonna get into this a little bit, but I do think that if you're able to try a game and think that it's bad, you should be able to just return it no problem without any like ties or anything like that. Because some games nowadays are bad, and you're just like, okay, I don't want
They're
to play this
so
anymore.
bad.
Yeah,
You just don't
I
like
get
it.
what you mean. Like you get stuck with like you look at the case.
If
You're
you get
like,
stuck
oh,
with
this looks
something like
pretty good.
JJK,
Yeah.
Jujutsu
which is
Kaisen
like-
Cursed Clash, which
You
is
know.
Oh
the
my god.
least sauce I've ever seen for an anime fighter ever.
It's
Oh,
so bad.
yeah.
That's
I got
true.
to so
That's true.
quick. So I got to play this at Comic-Con last year. It seemed pretty fine. The gameplay looked okay, and it was decent looking. I thought it looked amazing, and we didn't get a chance to see if they had any campaign to it, but like just playing like the regular battle mode, it seemed pretty all right. And then when it released, I didn't know when it was gonna release because I didn't see a date or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then I didn't see anybody talking about it. Like I didn't see anybody hyping it up or anything like that. I was like, oh, that seems pretty interesting. And then it got executed and released, and the release of it was poorly executed.
Oh, we saw trailers.
We saw
for
trailers.
multiple characters.
Yes.
And I know that graphics aren't everything.
Yeah.
However, this was an actual PS2 looking game.
That's
The main menu was
crazy.
just anime cutscenes, and it was just like a little
Right.
tiny bar with like, oh, what do you want to do? It was so weird. It
The
was
supers
so bad.
in that game are like 1/10 the length of every other super, and I don't mean like, oh, it's super rushed.
The
I mean
servers
like
make like
it
Sastro's
stops.
look like
The
a
super
godsend or something.
stops
It's bad.
right before they actually do anything.
That's
Like
so
they'll punch you,
good.
they might throw an energy projectile, and right when the camera pans to them, like cackling maniacally about to do something, it's over. That was the super.
Let's
It's done.
Go.
That's bad.
I never even watched that anime, and I saw the
didn't watch
gameplay. I'm like, man, is this really the
Yeah, do
anime?
yourself a favor and watch that.
I'm not gonna
No
say
way.
he's missing out on not watching JJK. As an avid JJK
I feel
reader, I know where the story is going, and it's pretty wishy washy.
I mean, like honestly, I've been on the internet, so I've seen a ton of spoilers on it.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, is it too late to get into this? Is it
it's
too
never
late?
too late.
Yeah, I agree. It's never.
It's
too
never
And it's
too
all
late.
out there anyway.
I already know somebody gets split in half.
A lot
Oh,
of people get split
oh,
in half. That doesn't
Well,
tell
yeah,
you
no, that's
anything.
true. There's a lot of people that get split in half.
Well,
Like
I'm
I
not
can name
saying-
4 off the top of my head.
I'm not trying to say anything too.
It's
specific.
Jover or somebody. It's Jover.
Listen,
Jover.
an entire
No, I'm just gonna say
country mourned their death. Like they had funeral pyres and everything. I don't think anyone avoided that spoiler. To be frank, we won't say it just in case you live under a rock.
That's
but
just like me.
Including
you know,
me.
there was actual like news reporters saying this fictional character
reporter?
died. Like
What?
it was crazy. People
I'll believe
loved
it.
it.
I'll believe it actually.
What type of news reporter? Oh, no.
Don't worry about it.
Believe it.
Listen, don't worry about it.
Japan's a crazy place.
It
man.
was like,
Japan's a crazy
listen, that
place.
fight was like an MMA like title for the world championship belt. They
Yeah.
were hyping that up really hard.
Don't even get me started on Goku versus Jiren in Mexico.
Yo, that was
yeah,
so
that was
good.
crazy. That was crazy.
Anyway,
But
I
like
guess-
another game that like has been kind of mid in my opinion.
Yeah.
For its release, when it first released was I don't know now, but was Naruto Storm Connections.
Everyone
Which
hyped
was-
it up.
It
And
was
then
so it was
immediately
pretty
stopped
hyped
talking
up.
about it.
That's another game I played at Comic-Con too. I thought it was great. It was seemed very on PS5. It looked very smooth. It was basically Storm 4, but it was more smooth. And its gameplay seemed really smooth too. I played some new characters. I think I played Indra, and it was actually a pretty good character to use. And everything seemed great. It was awesome. I got a bunch of cool free stuff from that, and it was awesome. But like for the game, it didn't seem like they did much to it. I think it was basically just like I don't know if they remastered any of them, but it was basically all 4 Storm games wrapped into one thing, and then they added a little bit of like a little bit of kind of a story after 4. I think that's with Boruto as well. I don't know what they did there, but like.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Elaborate. Do you know anything about that or?
I mean, it's called Connections because they did want to make like a.
Did anybody play?
It's like
play
Ninja
it?
Storm Ultimate Edition or whatever.
That's
but
basically what it is.
Is it all 4 of them?
pretty
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
How could they mess that up?
I don't
Because they've been doing the same exact
Exact
thing.
It's,
thing.
they didn't do
Yep.
anything.
Like,
And then the additional campaign they added wasn't too great, at least from what I heard. It wasn't too great.
Oh no.
And I don't think they fixed anything with the online servers for the online in that game.
Not my
either.
game.
I have
I'm
good
gonna-
The Storm
news.
4's online was straight garbage. I could not play against
Straight
people in that
Doo-doo
that
water,
game.
huh?
It was so bad.
I have good news though for all of us that enjoy anime video games.
Let me hear him.
After the disaster that was JJK Cursed Clash, the company responsible let out a message on social media saying, we will be quality checking future games that are in production. I believe that was mainly referring to the Hunter x Hunter game that looked like JJK Cursed Clash
yes,
and
I
had
forgot about
everybody
this.
worried.
I think people are hyping up that game actually.
I think now they are
Yeah.
because
Bandai
they're
Namco
like
screwed it.
Which
quality
company is that?
checking it.
Bandai Namco, baby.
Bandai
Yeah.
Namco.
We're not gonna get a sponsorship from them anytime soon.
Of
Waka
course not, of course
Waka
not.
Whoa.
Whoa. No, but
1v2.
Bandai has been slacking on some of the games. I don't know what they're doing.
That
I
was
don't.
the
I
game,
think they're just
though.
throwing games out there. Like, oh, here, JJ, you guys love JJK? Well, here you go.
I'll say Bandai is actually very split on like a bunch of different games. I see them working with From Software, the guys who make Dark Souls.
Yeah,
Elden
Dark
Ring,
Souls,
Right,
Yeah.
right.
and they also worked on like Smash. So the fact that they're so split like that is just insane. to
It's
me.
weird.
Yeah, it's kind
A
of
lot of people that work there.
Yeah.
also.
But also, I mean, you're naming products that they did as like a joint thing with other
yeah,
teams.
You're
So
right,
like
you're right.
they probably I'm not gonna say definitively, but potentially they picked up some slack that was perhaps occurring on the Bandai team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we didn't get this far. I didn't get to talk about my childhood video games,
Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
which
I
are
have one more.
hopefully not as bad as JJK Cursed Clash
That's
upon
so good.
playing it, but
Don't say Black Knight.
no.
Yo, chill.
No,
let him say. Let him
I
cook.
played
Let him start. Let him heat up.
Mario, Thousand Year Door.
Okay.
Okay.
I played
I saw this coming.
Pokemon
my god.
Coliseum.
Okay.
Oh, okay. that's
Gale
good.
of, not Coliseum, a Gale of Darkness.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
Oh, that's
And
good.
I played
gotta
Sonic
play that.
Heroes.
Sonic Heroes.
I gotta-
Go.
Yo, Pokemon needs to remaster the XD, bro.
They need to remaster games worth of
They need to
damn like
remaster a
Gale
lot of
XD
games.
and Coliseum.
I don't think Pokemon realizes how much they can, how
A
much
lot
money
of
they can make
games.
just remastering games. I mean,
Same.
they don't. I mean, not to say anything for like a certain company that remade Diamond and Pearl, but like no, they definitely need to remaster some games for like GameCube and all that stuff, like
Diamond Pearl
Coliseum,
remaster was
Stadium,
bad.
like what's it called? What was that one game? There's one Gen 4 game that was on the Wii.
Stadium.
Battle Park. Do you remember Battle Park? I think that was
No.
It was Poke Park or something. Wait, hold on, I gotta look it up. It was no, I don't remember.
There's like
There's this
the
game. there's this
Ranger
game called Poke Park.
series. There's like Conquerors, the Coliseum games. They have a lot of potential products on their hands, and they're just letting it slip through their
No,
fingers.
that is true. That is
And that's
true.
really what all
I
the
don't
companies
know.
these days.
I wouldn't even say that. I just say
Most.
I hate Pokemon.
Oh,
I hate
What?
Pokemon. I hate
Crazy.
Pokemon.
That's-
Oh, so we jump him after this.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
This is a hot,
okay.
this is another hot take that's
I
going
think-
on.
I think
Twitch
Pokemon-
channel.
It's a mid game at best.
Oh, what are you, a Pal World
Especially-
enjoyer?
No, I don't even play Power World.
All
That's
right,
the thing.
all right, all right.
So I can't even say I like Power World, but in my opinion, it looks like something I could get into. But am I? Probably
Bro
not.
just hates fun.
No, I really do.
You just hate childlike
hate
whimsy
watching.
and magical creatures.
You need that one SpongeBob song. F is for friends who.
Oh my God.
U is for you and me.
Yeah.
We got a
And it's
plankton over
anywhere.
here, guys.
Guys,
Time it all down here in the
crazy.
big blue sea.
You're talking about That's in Your Door.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me
A
hear
good
it.
game, you know.
It
They
is a
had
good game.
they had the gallows in the first 5 minutes
That's
of the
true.
game.
That's true.
There is an active like, you know that white tape they put over like where a corpse was.
Yeah.
There's some of that in the
I
back
I know with
alleys.
Toad.
Right,
specifically,
the-
Some guy gets jumped by the mob
Mob?
in the background while
Mob,
they're
yeah.
doing a story cutscene.
That
Like,
reminds me.
so
it's
good.
so great.
so
It's so
good.
great.
Isn't
That's
there like
so
a
good.
noose in the first town?
Yeah, that's on the
that's what he was
gallows.
talking about,
Yeah.
yeah.
And they have the best
It
character.
is.
Did we
Oh,
reference
man.
that earlier in last week, I think?
Hawk. Who
Wait,
what'd you
is-
just say?
Oh,
I said
no,
yeah.
Rock
Wait a minute.
Rock.
Oh, they said something else.
No, I did it.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Almost got canceled.
So good. Such a great level. And I just love that when Bowser's like side quest gets to him, he just one-shots him. He's like,
Oh my gosh.
he just like stomps on him like, yeah, okay, loser.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I want to play the remaster though.
Man.
But you see, I'm scared because like, obviously Nintendo has changed. You can't. They
Yeah.
changed because of this game.
I mean, like,
Paper
That's true.
Mario, as like weren't allowed to be as creative because of this game.
That's 100% true.
you're afraid of the remaster changing something?
I'm scared of them removing the fun stuff like the
The
gangsters
gallows.
mugging
No,
some
no, no, no,
guy
wait,
or
wait,
like
wait, wait, wait,
the
wait.
dead corpses in alleys.
Wait, hold on. Let me present you a point.
Okay.
What? What's your point?
They brung back the gallows in the remaster. That's all I gotta
Really?
say.
Really?
Yeah, it's back.
That's crazy.
It's in the trailer.
the trailer?
It's still there. It's
so
in
good.
HD. I seen it. I'm like, wait a minute.
So
Wait,
so
Is
is
that a
it-
news?
So it's a pure remaster? You think?
Yes, it's
Really?
right there.
All right.
That's
It's
good to
HD.
hear.
That's
interesting.
Cool.
I see. I'm
Nintendo.
like,
Alright.
hold
I
on.
might have to cop now.
No, I hate
You
Nintendo.
didn't see the
but-
trailer,
No, I didn't see it.
bro? It's
Nah,
right
dude.
there.
I mean, it's
in
Paper
HD.
Mario. They either do it faithfully or they don't, and I burn down Nintendo headquarters.
I'm
That's a
sure-
joke.
I'm pretty
That
sure
is very
it's
much a
a
joke.
joke,
That's very much a
too.
joke.
Not a threat. That's a joke. Please don't.
It's satire. It's all this is satire.
Nintendo ninjas,
This is
don't come
yeah,
after
the
This is
me.
mostly
ninjas.
satire.
I'm
let's
not
be real.
joking.
Oh,
What?
Excuse me?
it's okay. We picked him up from the street. He
Yeah,
can
it's
go
alright,
there
it's
after
alright,
we're
it's
done.
alright, this
is-
Yep.
Well, immediately after this, he's going back.
He's going back. He's going back to the bus stop where he was earlier, dog.
Drop after McDonald's. I'll be alright.
Yeah.
Oh my!
We're not gonna.
God.
No, okay, never mind. Forget it.
I think now is a good time to segue to my childhood favorite
Yeah.
game.
Okay, we're going back to that. All right.
So-
What was? Not, it's
For
not
me-
Pokemon. We already know that.
Yeah, yep.
I have an extra
Pokemon hater. There's a lot of things I hate. But
Would you
I
like to continue
love-
naming them?
No,
no.
go ahead and hate.
I
go ahead.
love Kirby.
Oh, it's not
Kirby's
apparent.
Oh,
Are you-
Amazing Mirror was another game that I played during
I
my
know-
childhood. Yeah.
Amazing Mirror.
I'm still in the middle of playing.
Yeah.
Forgotten
Ironically, I never actually played Amazing Mirror.
You're missing out.
Yeah, no, I beat the game, but I didn't play it when I was a child. Is what I was gonna say.
We should play multiplayer.
No, what? Anytime, unironically, just at me in the Discord. I will 100% be down.
How
Do
Is
it.
it like an emulator thing?
Yeah, the Switch, the
Whoa,
Switch
whoa,
GBA.
whoa, whoa. Let's- I don't know if we can talk
How
about
much does that
emulators right
cost?
now.
No,
There's a
that's
bunch.
true.
There's a bunch of there's a bunch of stuff going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
Remember the golden
No.
rule. Shut up.
Nintendo, don't sue
You
us,
know,
please.
you know that
That's
cool
what
thing
I-
you found
No, yeah,
online?
yeah, exactly,
Shut up.
exactly.
No, you didn't.
oh my God, it's
Nintendo
actually
just-
nuts how.
Because that's how they got Dolphin, right?
Yeah, no, that's how they got Yuzu.
Yuzu. It
Yuzu
was
and Dolphin.
Yuzu.
Yes,
'Cause
that's
they
how they got.
didn't stop talking about
some
it.
guy literally emailed Nintendo and was like, "Hey guys, look at this emulator."
They really?
It's yes, no, unironically.
Bro,
I saw this on a Twitter post,
What a
and
snitch,
no one would
bro.
lie on the internet.
No one would lie.
Yeah, exactly. Just some guy literally like emailed Nintendo.
Bro, thing is
and
like
was
Scotch
like,
69
hey,
with the snitching, bro. That's crazy.
It's this
You-
emulator. It's infringing on your copyright.
You
That's
mean
so
to tell me
good.
Can't let them do this.
you mean to
And
tell
they
me
struck.
Nintendo checks emails from random
It's
people?
so
That's
funny.
actually crazy.
Anyone can email Nintendo these days.
It's
But
even
people check it?
Apparently.
apparently, but also
Yo, we can start. We should start.
they
sending
released a
emails.
press statement actually saying, you know, guys, it's really hard to ignore people infringing on our properties and doing cool, fun projects if you keep talking about it, because if they're out in the open,
I can just imagine-
we have to act upon it.
Dear.
So it's like every time you see a news article by like Polygon saying, wow, what a great emulator, that's literally them telling Nintendo, buddy, you just gonna let this slide?
I can just imagine the one guy
weird.
that checks like the one person, like the group of people that just check emails.
It's illegal,
Like,
too.
just like
Yeah.
just like put a keyword copyright infringement and just hit on
Right.
the email.
Exactly.
Like, do you know,
Hold on,
it's
I'll
just
be like,
Copyright.
Dear Nintendo, please remake Mario and Luigi Dream Team on the
You know, they
Switch.
probably will in like 5 years.
Also, to be fair, didn't Yuzu have like a Patreon?
Yeah, I think
Weren't
it
they
did.
getting
I
money
think
for
it
the
did.
project?
But I
Wow.
will say this: Yuzu was actually very honorable in the fact that they probably couldn't and didn't take it to court.
They would
Because if they
lose.
took it to court and they lost, that would have set a precedent for all future emulators, where
Yeah.
just like emulation is just legally
They
probably
they
banned.
probably just they just cease and desist it.
Exactly. Or like it's just illegal.
Yeah.
Or like if you do this now, it's like now it's like a gray area. But in the future, if they would have let that happen, it could have been like now it's illegal.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Nintendo can't even emulate their own games correctly.
No, that's true.
No.
That's crazy.
Nothing's more frustrating than looking at gameplay of the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, and it's such a one-to-one remake that
You know
they
what's
also
worse?
remade
You know
the
what's worse?
glitches
Yeah, that's true.
and the bugs.
Really?
It does suck to play like either Scarlet or Violet, or even for me, honestly, because this is probably why I don't really play this game too much, and I should be playing it. Xenoblade. I cannot play Xenoblade with a Switch because it's so, well, that's because it's on it. But like the fact that how limited the hardware is on the Switch and how nice looking Xenoblade is, and putting those two together creates like a game that runs only like 15 FPS, which I know like FPS isn't like everything, but like to me it kind of is nowadays. Because I said every PS5 game I ever play, it's all on performance mode. I don't care about graphics or anything like that. I just put on performance because that's what I need, especially for like a fighting game or anything.
Yeah, fighting games. I think you're
I
kind of
mean,
like forced.
you have to.
Yeah,
You have to.
But I played Kirby Star Allies. It
So when
runs
are
at
we
30.
playing that together,
No,
huh?
no, Star Allies?
Huh?
It runs at 30 frames per second. I've struggled with that.
I struggle with Fire Emblem sometimes too. Actually,
30 frames per second.
or maybe or
actually
any
hurts.
Warriors game on
But-
a Switch.
Oh,
yeah,
that's,
yeah.
that's,
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah,
ter-
that's true.
terrible.
I
That's
think
true.
Final Fantasy VII Remake has spoiled me, honestly.
The
I put
remake?
performance mode. I could never go back. No, it
That's
was
so
remake.
real.
It was remake and rebirth. Those two games, they absolutely.
They're so
my
good.
Goodness.
Oh
my eyes.
god.
Yo, okay, no, I don't want to go back into Rebirth. I do kind of want to get back into Rebirth, but I don't want to at the same time.
Real.
It's so good though. It's
Play it.
really good. I said it's like, I talked about it like 3 times already.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to put it in.
Yeah, I'm sure
It is-
somehow it'll sneak its
I'm
way to
wearing a
next
hat
week.
today.
That's so
I
good.
just remembered.
Let me hear
Have
it.
any of you played Super Mario Sluggers?
Slugger?
Yes!
That's crazy.
I never got
Finally.
to play it. I never got to play it.
It's the baseball game, man. It was
Bro,
so
Donkey
good.
Kong just punches it
punches the
with a boxing
That's pretty
glove.
sick.
Who
It's
gives
so
a boxing glove?
The Goombas can bat with no hands.
They
It's just duct
I've seen
taped
that.
on their body.
I've
Like,
seen that actually. Yes.
he the piranha, he just slaps that.
just slaps it. Just
Oh
slap
my
it.
god. I haven't played the game. It looks mid. in my
Oh,
opinion.
Oh,
Yep,
you
yep,
hate
yep.
everything.
That's
That's
true.
fine.
That's
Look
fair.
at
I never
Gus
tried it, but
Except
like,
for Kirby.
Oh, but you won't play that with friends,
that's
will you?
crazy.
That's like-
That's even crazier.
You're just like
I'll-
Sakurai,
I'll bring it
man.
one day. I
One
promise.
day, huh?
I promise.
Yeah,
But-
yeah.
Kirby, my favorite Kirby game of all time.
Does Kirby have a baseball game?
You know, he actually does. It's a mini game.
Does he?
Yeah,
In
that doesn't
Star
count.
Wars.
That doesn't count.
Okay, fine.
Kirby
fine.
mid-series.
Please say.
Wow.
Oh,
It has a fishing mini game.
Please
I
say.
don't
Does
know.
Mario have a fishing mini game? That's what I thought.
He probably does. No,
That's
he
what I
does.
thought.
Mario
It
Party.
does.
You know what has
Mario Party.
Okay, you're
You know
right.
what has both
You're right.
a fishing
right.
minigame and a baseball
Let
minigame?
me hear it.
Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
we're gonna
That's
into
the
this?
real good game.
Infinite Wealth. Yeah, I haven't
Please-
played it. Looks good
Yeah,
though.
I was gonna say we can't go back into that. We
Please say
don't have
Superstar
Ryan here.
Ultra.
Huh?
Superstar Ultra.
Oh, for my favorite Kirby game of all
Yeah.
time? Unironically, it's my second. And it's
What-
probably the one I would say is my childhood
What
favorite.
about Squeak Squad?
Squeak Squad, I had me doing a top 10 right now. Come on, man.
Yeah,
This is
do
a Watch
it
Mojo. We
right
can't do a
now.
top 10.
Oh, okay. Number one has to 100% be Kirby Planet Robobot.
Oh,
It was
right. You bought all the
the-
stuff
Okay,
for it.
fair.
Yeah,
It,
yeah.
No, it was the best Kirby game I've ever played, and it was just a good, nice little bow tie on the 3DS and the Return series. It was so good.
You know, I actually liked Forgotten Lands more.
It's
Forgotten
really
Land.
good.
That's
I
understandable.
haven't finished it. but-
Ironically, I
played that
think
one.
Forgotten Land is probably like number 4 or number 3 in my opinion, but it's still a very good game. Just because, like, the difference between quality in Kirby games is like slim. So, like, whenever I say like they're high on the list, they're barely a difference from each other. They're all just so good.
So
But
you're comparing apples to apples, basically.
yeah, 100%.
One
But-
apple is like perfect red tint. The other is like almost perfect.
With like a little tiny green spot on
Right.
it. Green
Yeah,
spot.
exactly. You know, I
You'd
actually,
still eat both.
yeah, I
but-
like
I mean,
green apples more.
My
Anyways,
biggest favorite is the one on the DS, Kirby Superstar Ultra, man.
Superstar Ultra. No,
Yeah.
that one was really good.
I-
That's probably my childhood favorite, just because as a child, I remember going back into like during like a recess, flip out my 3DS or my DS.
I played that game to death.
Yeah, exactly. I 100%ed it. I even 100%ed the like it doesn't count towards percentage, but you could do all the helper to hero. You could play as all the
Yes.
helpers.
Really?
I played as everyone. I beat it with everyone.
That's interesting.
And I would do like self-imposed challenge in the true arena, or I'd be like, okay, this challenge I'm only going to use this ability, or this challenge I'm going to use no ability, and goated.
I mean,
It's such a good game.
So like, I kind of want to make a segue to this, but like,
Let me hear it.
from our childhoods, we also started our villain arcs, which I did want to kind of start with our favorite villains
true,
in all of
yes.
gaming and like anime in general. So like,
Right.
anybody want to start off? Like, I always start off. I feel like. So when do you start?
I'll
that.
think about this for a second.
All right.
All right.
I
we'll
think
give
that
you a
the
second.
best heroes need to have the most dastardly, fantastic villains.
That is true.
And for me personally, growing up, I loved pretty much every Yu-Gi-Oh villain. Merrick, especially. He's just a freakazoid. You know,
Yu-Gi-Oh fans.
the face contortions are fantastic.
Contortions,
He was
nah.
maniacal, dastardly, but he wasn't even that good at the game because he didn't need to be when he had special Egyptian magic on his side. I mean, he was
Yeah,
gonna
guys.
lose to Joey
Was it the guy?
until he got struck by lightning.
Was it the Golden Eye guy?
Yeah, it was the goal.
Oh,
No,
that-
that's Maximilian
That's a
Pegasus.
milk-
I'm talking about the guy with the scepter, the Millennium.
Scepter?
Yeah. He's like brown skinned. When I say like
Brown skin is
face
crazy.
contortion, I mean really contorted his face. Like he did some really
Like
funny face.
JoJo levels.
Better than JoJo.
Better
What?
than
JoJo
Let's
did.
go.
JoJo
I
copied
need
Yu-Gi-Oh
to-
faces.
I need
That's
to
so
see this.
good.
But Pegasus is also good. Like, he's this flamboyant billionaire who's like, yeah, I'd kill all these people for my dead wife.
Oh my gosh, so
I'd do it
good.
again. But also, don't forget to watch your Saturday morning cartoons
Oh, that's so good.
while drinking my orange juice.
Speaking of
that's
speaking of
so
Saturday
good.
morning cartoons, I mean, y'all. Hey,
Yep.
Well,
Sonic
chill.
X.
Sonic X.
Mid.
Oh,
Don't
come
care.
Oh,
Don't
you
care.
hate
Don't care.
everything.
We were right.
Bro.
I watched it. I watched it as a child too. I thought it was the coolest stuff. But going back, oh my god!
Why would
it's
you ever go
insufferable.
back to
It's
greatness? You don't
insufferable.
need to go back to visit greatness.
Right.
Yes, you do.
No, you
You have
don't.
to double check. You need to fact check
Double
with
check is
yourself
crazy.
as a child to make sure that that was actually peak.
Double
Once you
check
go
your
back,
Sonic X
it's
is
crazy.
big, bro.
No,
Come
it
on.
wasn't. No,
Yes,
it wasn't.
So
Yes,
No,
it
it
was.
wasn't.
Dude, come on, man.
Wow.
What don't you like about? I was gonna say Chris, but
There you
that
go.
kid
Yep,
could
yep,
go
yep,
die in a
yep.
corner.
Okay, well,
but
Whoa.
everybody else was great. Loved Sonic X. I loved that rendition of Eggman, Sonic. I liked how they incorporated the humans that did exist in the Sonic world,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
never
I'll
came
agree
up
with that. I'll agree with
afterwards.
that.
Like,
Yeah.
as much
Sonic,
as you don't like Chris,
Sonic
what about Topaz?
Boom
Come on,
literally just
Topaz.
One
ignored
person.
humans. Yeah.
Yeah.
one
Yeah, we can
person,
ignore Sonic
honestly.
Boom, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Sonic Boom wasn't. Comparing it to Sonic X, it wasn't that bad.
Okay, Sonic Boom, the show.
The show, yeah,
is
yeah,
really good.
yeah. I'm
Sonic
talking about
Boom,
the show.
the game.
The game,
Yeah, it's
no,
terrible.
yeah,
That's
No,
not-
but
Bottom
Sonic
of
Boom the
that.
show is like had some pretty quotable things. It's pretty good.
100%.
It's
I
so
mean,
good.
It was some
There's like the one
interesting
Knuckles
comedy.
meme, like approved, and he just like to Knuckles. You know the meme ones? It's so good.
My favorite one has to be where he's like, Knuckles is like, you know, what was it? Sonic is talking about going back to preschool or something. 'Cause he's
Right.
like, oh, you know, I don't want to go see those children. They can be so cold. And then Knuckles is like, that's why when I get there, you take down the biggest one there. And then Amy says,
Yeah, the writers for that
Knuckles,
show are
that's
crazy.
prison.
Bro. I was like, I just say
only if you let it be.
I love
It's so
this
good.
Knuckles quote where they're
Talk
playing
about
soccer.
some
Oh,
feminist
yeah.
And
garbage.
Amy's like,
The feminist
time
one?
for
That's so
time
good.
for a girl to do
Girl
something
power.
special. And Knuckles is like, actually, Amy, by bringing to attention that this situation's actually the exception rather than the norm, you're actually propagating the same stereotypes you're fighting against. And everyone had just stopped playing soccer and looked at him like,
Oh, I was gonna say. I thought you were.
What the
I
hell?
thought you were.
I could-
I thought you
I
were
could
gonna
be
quote the entire thing. That would have
I
been
can be
amazing.
smart.
no, I could only do it verbatim.
That's
I don't get
It's
it
so
like
good.
that.
That would have been amazing. Though.
Me am?
What?
No, you're.
What?
God, Sonic Boom was great.
No, it had some gold in there.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
It was
we
the
were-
only good thing out of the Boom anything.
we were talking about villains. Let's
let's
get
go-
back
The
to
only
it.
never mind.
Yeah,
I-
Josh, let me hear.
So
your
I was
villain.
I was trying to think for a minute. Like some villains in games are, for my favorite villains that I played are kind of weird.
Let me hear.
Like I'm a Kingdom Hearts lover.
Okay.
Right.
Some of the villains in Kingdom Hearts are weird, in my opinion.
They are. They're also
The
mainly like Xehanort and
Marluxia.
8 Xehanort
Everything's
clones.
everything's
Yeah.
Xehanort. Everything's
Yeah.
my favorite Nort. If I had to pick my favorite Xehanort it has to be Xemnas. I love Xemnas.
Of course.
I love Xemnas, bro. This man, he did so much. I think he was probably like the heavy hitter with everything.
Which one is
so-
Xemnas? Which is that the
Kingdom
nobody
Hearts.
It
or
was, it was the nobody.
It was the
Kingdom
nobody.
Hearts fans.
I'll kill you.
That's crazy.
I will kill you after this.
Oh
bro.
my god.
No, but like
The lore is simple.
no, but if I'm gonna explain, I'm gonna explain. I just love how much he does. He has his own little world where he has everybody, just all this organization. And it's like it's just this big city, and it's like that he created. And it's like oh my, it just really like puts you into like his like I don't know. It's hard to explain. It just like gives you like a sense of like power, how much power this man has to like
Yeah.
just create everything here. He has his own organization. He has his own
Yeah.
world. He has a gigantic dragon just laying in like a abyss, just like waiting to that shoots lasers, and it's
I
so cool.
wish I grew up with Kingdom Hearts only because of how ridiculous it is.
Yeah.
That there's like Xehanort, young Xehanort, Xemnas,
Xehanort.
Ansem, but not to be confused with Ansem the
Pteranort.
Wise.
but
Like
that's
there's
human.
so many Xehanorts, and then everybody's getting Nort. They're like, yeah, I'll get some Xehanort in
Yeah.
me.
I will say
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
we get
doing
some
some
more
Xehanort?
Xehanort.
Yeah, I
Oh,
got
so
some on
great.
I kind
me.
of want to
Sigmar
Darkness.
and
segue
Ash.
to another villain that I like a lot. Kingdom Hearts did like start like a little not a hatred but like a sort of liking to a certain secret boss that's in that games. And that's Final Fantasy VII's very own Sephiroth.
Sephiroth.
He's very interesting. He's a very interesting like antagonist.
Very iconic.
He's
That's
very
true.
iconic.
That's
Yes.
true.
It's
I
weird, though.
remember. Wasn't there a Mad parody about Final Fantasy? No,
Is that true?
I'm pretty sure there was because that's
I
the only
never
way
watched
I
Mad.
knew about
Mad,
Sephiroth.
the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God, I
learned
remember that
everything
one.
about Final Fantasy watching Mad.
Really?
Yeah, no, I learned everything
Oh,
from,
you're nuts.
from Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom
so,
Hearts.
like,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like seeing all the characters and all that, like I was like, who are these random characters that are in here? Like, he's like, oh, and then my cousin was like, oh, these are like from Final Fantasy. Like, what's
Yeah, my
Final
brother
Fantasy?
introduced
Like,
me.
oh, and I just see. Oh,
Ironically,
it's so
I think
cool.
I knew Final Fantasy first and then found out of Kingdom Hearts. But
You know,
that's
it's
just
weird.
because.
I mean, that's normal. That's what
Yeah,
supposed
exactly.
to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But apparently not to you guys.
Nope. I just figured out Final Fantasy from Kingdom Hearts.
Hey, I didn't
That's
have a
crazy.
PlayStation growing
That's
up. so-
That's
okay,
fair.
Understandable.
That's fair.
Let's see. I guess my favorite villain of all time. That's a hard question.
It is a hard.
think,
It is. There's a
You have
lot.
plenty of time to think about
No,
it, though, Gus.
I don't. No, I don't.
Yeah.
I think I want to say, off of a video game, it's
It
gonna
could be either-
sound.
You think it'd be gaming or anime. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, off of a video game,
I
I,
can't
think
think of
it's gonna
anime right
be.
now off the top of my head.
It's probably gonna be. This one doesn't make sense, but because like, is it really considered a villain if it's just an eldritch being?
It
Go
could be like.
on.
It could
If
be
it-
like.
Ganondorf.
Yeah, no. I was thinking of Zero from Kirby.
Oh, the
Yeah,
the
yeah,
eyeball.
yeah.
Ugh.
Zero.
Okay, but why though?
mean,
Cool
Look
design.
at it, bro.
I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
as an antagonist, I
No,
get it,
exactly.
but like villains have
No,
personality.
yeah, I get what you mean. That's,
Yeah,
that's what I was
that's
saying.
like-
And I don't know if
Like,
it's
Like
That's
I'm
why-
talking
that's
about
one.
like what's his face from Berserk, Griffith.
Oh yeah.
Like that's a villain.
Okay,
He's not
okay.
just
No,
an
you're right,
antagonist.
you're right.
That's a villain.
Let's see.
Oh,
Would
boy.
Lelouch count as a villain?
Oh,
He's
you know what?
technically
I was
the
gonna get to
hero.
that.
He's
Like,
like-
does light count? Does Aaron
Yeah,
count?
exactly.
Does like like
Light's a
those-
villain. Just because
Light-
you're a
yeah, I agree.
protagonist
I
doesn't
agree.
mean you
Yeah,
can't
I was
be a
gonna say
villain.
yeah.
Like,
But what about Lelouch? Have you seen Cookie
I
Eyes?
see
I haven't
No.
finished it. No, I'm on R2. I didn't finish it.
No, you guys didn't
it's
finish
really
it?
good.
It was
I
something-
didn't
Yeah, it was
finish it.
good.
I
It
didn't
was
finish
really
it.
good.
I did watch
It's
Attack
really-
on Titan.
Okay. I haven't actually seen Attack on Titan.
That's
but-
fair. By
You
the
know, I
way.
had
think-
a dream about it last night too.
Oh, no way.
It's weird.
What was about it?
was it
I was
about?
just showing my bro like outside the window, like, holy cow, that's a Titan from Attack on Titan.
From
And
Attack
there
on
is the
Titan,
founding
TM.
Titan. And somehow I was in the sky doing height measurements
I
of
will
like,
say
how
that-
big is this one compared to this one?
The scene, the first
That's so
scene, not the
good.
first scene, but like the scene of like that founding Titan is coming into like a whole city just with this army of colossal Titan just come in. That's one of the coolest scenes of Attack on Titan in my opinion.
What is
one
the
of cool-
founding Titan?
The
It's
founding
the big
Titan, it's the big skeleton
It's a
looking
big
thing.
boy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's what
Big
Aaron
boy.
became.
With the long hair, like kind of like yours, but like all the way.
Yeah, it's
all
like
the way-
you,
Oh,
but without like
nice.
your flesh.
Oh, okay, good.
And like multiple miles tall.
They did do the anime justice. Well, they did the manga. The anime did the manga justice, in my opinion, for that
Oh, what
scene.
about
actually.
4K?
I heard the anime is better than the manga.
For Attack on Titan.
Yes.
I think people are cowards. I think they're illiterate. The
Okay.
manga ending was perfectly serviceable
Yes.
and fine within
Yes.
the
Okay,
themes
okay.
set up inside the narrative, and the creator's intent was well established. And if you didn't like the ending, that's fine. But you can't say it came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
and I
you can't
don't
say
think
that.
it's fair to say it's unsatisfying.
Can we talk about the end? No, I don't want to talk. Do I want to talk?
Maybe.
I mean,
should-
Attack on Titan has ended, right?
Yeah,
Like,
no, but like, no,
Yeah.
no,
Maybe I
not the
should
not
read
for
the
spoilers and
manga.
like how what the ending means. No, why people were upset about it. Cause I think
People were upset about the ending. I thought
no,
it went
the
off
people were upset about
like
the
that.
manga ending. I think
Oh, okay.
because the,
Oh, wow, that's
it
a-
portrayed. So I think people were upset about it because it portrayed the fact that what Aaron was doing was good and that like Armin was okay with what he was doing. I think that's what it was.
Nah, I read
I
the
don't remember,
manga
but I
from
can't
week
remember
to
for the
week
life of me.
or month to month rather, and I remember the discussion being that the very end scene was I don't know if you guys care about spoilers.
Nope. Haven't watched it.
I seen the
Don't
ending.
care.
I mean, I seen one ending part, which was a parody ending.
Fine, that
What?
counts. I don't care.
Parody
You know
ending.
what? That's fine. We could Men in Black you later.
So good.
Basically,
Just be punching you.
the very end scene, Aaron sacrificed everything to guarantee his remaining surviving friends and the remaining of humanity like 80 years of peace. And then the Titan power tree sprang back up again. And the last scene is of a boy discovering the tree and the entity inside. And that's where it leaves off.
It's pretty sick.
You could interpret it as like the continuation of the cycle of violence, but I interpret it as a new cycle of beginnings because, Aaron, all the sacrifices Aaron and his friends made did change the world. They did change humanity and their outlook on things. And I think that the new Titan powers, which were created due to greed and malice from like the first king, I think that's all gone by now. I think that if Titans,
I think that was that was kind of erased from history in my opinion.
yeah, I think if Titans cropped back up again after like these 80 or so years, I think we would learn to use the powers to benefit society rather than to create wars, right? But even if it does create wars, I still think creating 80 years of peace is a pretty dang good
Yeah.
ending for Aaron.
I will say when I
considering
read
what he
that,
went
when I read,
I'll
when I
have to
first,
look into
because I read the ending. When I first saw that last scene in the manga, it did give me some chills. When I saw it, I was like, oh my goodness, what is happening? Like it's like it kind of gave me the feeling like, oh man, this is all for nothing, in my opinion. And then like I saw it in the anime again when it showed like the scenes of like
Yeah.
all these it's like the city, oh it's so cool, all these buildings, and they get destroyed immediately, and like it's.
But is he a good villain?
Oh no! Was it a good? Was Aaron a good villain?
Well, yeah.
I think Aaron was a great villain because he had plot armor still.
Oh yeah, he did have plenty of
Plot armor. Oh,
And
yeah.
like he
I
had the
love
advent
plot
of
armor.
knowing future events because of the
Okay.
Titan
Okay,
powers.
that's what that's what made me categorize Aaron as a villain at that point. Because like when he started talking to Grisha in the past, I was
Yeah.
like, when like the tone he was in, it started like, oh, okay, this dude is no joke. He's a villain. There's like it's so.
everything Aaron did was for the future because he already knew what was going to happen. But
That's
he
so
also
good.
hated that he had to do it because he didn't want to be the villain. He didn't want to be sacrificing all these hundreds and thousands of lives.
He just wanted that peace.
He wanted to have that peace, but in the end, he understood that it had to be him, you know? No one else had this circumstance available to them, so it had to be him. He had to push his friends to beat him, and in the end, he maybe looked as a radical or a villain, but
Radical.
you know, he got his wish, which was the safety and peace that his friends deserved. And John, he got Mikasa. Let's go!
Oh my god.
Maybe I should watch. Maybe I should watch Attack on Titan.
No, it's too late.
It's
It's
Probably
too late. It's not.
Because,
It's,
like, the
it's
entire
no longer
reason
on
I stopped
Crunchyroll
watching
anymore.
Attack on
yeah.
Right, the
We
entire
lied
reason
before. When we said
So,
it was never too late,
on
we
the
lied.
topic
It's
of-
too late.
on
No,
the topic
it's
of
too
The entire
anime.
reason I stopped watching it is because I got confused. Like all of a sudden,
Really?
armor just got put in the army. I'm like, what's going on?
Oh, okay.
I didn't even get that far. I watched like the first season. That was it.
Oh,
Really?
That was
really?
it. Yep.
Yeah.
It could not hold my attention.
Really?
Really?
The
Yep.
basement?
That's
Yep.
that's
The
interesting.
Yep.
entire basement
Yep.
subplot didn't keep you
That's
Nope.
wondering what's down there.
Nope.
Oh yeah, and
You hate fun, bro. You hate
Oh
everything.
my
Aaron gets
God.
Aaron gets eaten by a titan like the
Bro,
first
that's
like
like 3
two
days.
episodes.
Right.
Like, what are you talking about? You know,
Out
that's
of all
crazy.
the ways the
That's crazy.
protagonist could have lost his mom, that
So
was
wait a minute.
so
let me get this straight.
brutal.
So you don't get interested by people getting eaten by other things, and then like what's in a tiny little basement. But Kirby gets you.
Yes.
you don't like
Kirby
magical
gets you.
animals, but you like Kirby.
That's
Yes.
crazy. Okay. Okay. Well.
Yep. Yep.
Alright, we're gonna stop.
Debate
we're
me.
gonna stop.
Let me hear
Waddle
it.
Dee,
Let's
but
get
not
into something
Pikachu.
that Gus wanted to talk about, which was Free Friend. I think that's what it's called.
Frieren,
Oh,
Free-
yes.
Journey
Journey
Goat.
Beyond World's End or something
Oh my
like that.
God.
Right?
I heard about it. I never got to watch it, but I heard it's really good.
You're missing out.
Yeah.
I am.
It is.
Yeah,
You're
I'm-
so missing out.
It is the most refreshing anime I've seen in a
How
very
so?
long time.
Also,
It's okay. Imagine I'm gonna put this into D&D terms. Imagine you finished your adventure. You are level 20. You're maxed out. You're one of the strongest legendary heroes. But you are, for all intents and purposes, never aging. You're an elf. You will die in like a bajillion years from now.
Yep.
All your friends and allies have died like 100 years ago.
so it's like
You're
a Dark
lonely.
Stone kind of situation.
Yep.
But no, you would think so.
Right.
But she makes the decision to learn about humans by training an apprentice, raising that apprentice, and forming a new party of adventurers so that she can reach the end of where heaven is, which is like the end of the world, which is where the goal is.
Yeah.
So that she can meet up with the man who always loved her, but because she didn't understand human emotion before, she never reciprocated.
Yeah.
So reverse
my
Zelda.
God.
No, I'm kidding, I don't know.
So you're telling me it's like when dudes realize, oh, she was flirting with me 5 years ago.
Yes.
Yes,
Instead,
exactly.
it's like
Exactly.
he was flirting with me 100 years ago, and
Yup.
he's dead
No
now.
way.
I've got to
It's-
see him in
it's
Valhalla.
actually-
I've got to
Oh my
talk to
God,
him.
It's so sad.
It's
It's-
so good.
No, it really
Man.
is.
It's a refreshing fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Magic is actual magic. It's actual magic. It's
Yeah.
not shiny particles. No, these people are creative as heck.
Dang
Yeah.
it.
With
I
what
also
they do.
I love the time scale and how they actually show like how long Frieren has been alive.
Yeah.
Because like should I bring up this example? I think I should.
you can.
So
ahead.
there was like a very good little small arc where she's teaching her apprentice this death magic, and essentially it's like a spell that it just hits you, it hurts you, it could kill you. It's
It
a magic
could-
that could kill.
It's
But
basically
essentially, the demon that learned it was sealed away like a few hundred years ago with the original party.
Right. More specifically, that demon is the creator of
Yeah.
that spell.
Yeah.
so you're telling me he has whack and thwack?
Yeah, exactly.
Whack
Yes.
and thwack.
Exactly.
Oh,
So
that's a good
this
reference. I
demon
like that.
Invented whack and thwack,
Mhm.
No way.
but because of how humans develop and advance throughout the ages and
Yes.
how much time has passed, his
Innovation.
death magic is just basic offensive magic.
Yup.
Like that's
It's
how the
common.
passage of time has changed.
This
history.
reminds me.
Yup.
This kind of reminds me of just Zelda, but Zelda's the main character.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Zelda's the main character, and
She's
Link
on the
doesn't
title
reincarnate.
No, that's so
Link
true.
just died, and she has to find him
Yep.
again
Yeah.
in the afterworld.
Man, that's crazy.
It's so good.
It really is.
Yeah.
You got Best Boy Stark.
Yep.
He doesn't want to fight, but he's the best barbarian out there. He can kill a dragon
He's a
by himself,
barbarian.
even though he really doesn't want to.
Yep.
Oh no, it's one of those.
But he makes
What do
the
you mean?
he's
So it
like
is
the
Zelda.
best.
It is Legend of Zelda.
He's the best like use of a cowardly character because it's not that he's weak. It's not that he lacks self-confidence either. He lacks experience to recognize his own strength. He just needs to
that's
fight
interesting.
more to realize how truly strong he is.
That is true.
And that's such a great use of that archetype.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's better than Zenitsu pissing his pants every time there's a demon.
No, that's
even
so
though
true.
it's like the
That's
10th
fair. Yeah,
time that
you're
week.
right.
That's so true. It's oh my
Thunder
god.
breeze.
God, I love that show. It's
I feel
great.
like, no,
It
Zenitsu's
is,
gonna
it
get
is.
redeemed at some point.
Never.
He gets,
One of
but
the-
it's
No,
like
no, no.
rushed.
No, no, no.
It's rushed.
Infinity Castle, bro. What you mean?
It's so
Bro,
rushed
I don't
though because we
read.
don't see
That's
the
fair.
change. It just happens in the background. Anyway, that's all the time we have.
No.
Any closing remarks?
Wait, really? Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
It's time flies when you're having F's for friends who just no. Okay,
Oh my god. Okay, well.
Time flies when
I'd
you're
like to
not
say,
having fun like Gus.
Oh, fair
Yeah, no,
enough, so-
100%. It 100% does. But I would still like to say thank you, Jordan, for
Yeah,
stopping
actually,
by
that's-
on the
you
show.
did great.
You know? I like to say sticker star is better than Thousand Year Door.
You're not making it to that bus
You're
stop.
wrong.
You won't.
You're never coming back on here again.
Yeah.
Alright, but it wasn't even that bad, man.
Bro.
It wasn't. That
We
bad.
don't got it. We don't got it.
I think everybody did here. Everyone did great.
I'm talking to
We
you
definitely had
after.
some good hot takes today. We did
Gus, do you have any closing statements?
No.
No.
great. Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that? You're not forgetting anything?
I don't think I am.
You're not?
I'm pretty sure.
We're gonna get you the popcorn afterwards.
Mr. Co-host, not forgetting anything?
Bro for gore.
Okay, yeah, keep drinking your bean soup, my guy. Anyway, this has been the Player versus Podcast.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Bye guys.
Goodbye, guys.
This has been a production of the Essex County College Podcast Club. Copyright 2024. All rights reserved.